Right, well, hello everyone, and welcome back to the second part of this Let's Try MeqHQ, I suppose I'll call it, BattleTech narrative campaign. One thing I just realised between parts is I literally just stopped the recording, started the recording, topped up my drink, well, before I started recording again, is the Atlas also has command mech. So if we did get that second archer, we would already had 3 command mechs, which is insanely lucky, but we've got 2. Right, our luck cannot continue. Right, so let's get in, let's generate our other 9 mechs. Boom, 3. Again, I'm not really sure what the quality is for. Oh, I nearly rolled for a second assault there before getting my handy dandy dicey wicey. A 14, that's a 7. That's a medium mech. That is more realistic. Considering we've had one we've been rolling really well on this table, so much so far is actually quite insane. Right, roll for rat. We got a Phoenix Hawk. Just as I thought our luck was changing, what a difference! Like my last game, I was getting like I'm trying to remember some of the mechs. I had like 2 stingers, a wasp, an assassin. Trying to remember in my sort of testing this stuff, all the software out, because I did the exact same thing to generate my lance then. Oh my word, a Phoenix Hawk. Brilliant, that guy's leading that is our command mech for the Scout Lance. If we have a Scout Lance, which we've got ourselves a wasp as well, don't we? So we're probably going to have a Scout Lance. And that is our command mech for it right there. That's probably going to be our one of our. That'll be the person we gave Junior, the Junior Commander, the Junior. Was it Lieutenant Junior? I think there was someone like the Lance Commander, the Junior one. Anyway, the rank, whatever rank that was, we give them. Right. Let's roll for this. A 5. 5. Handy dandy dice. It helps if I keep it on my desk and don't throw it on the floor. Ow, okay. Hands around it this time. What did we get? 17. So that's an 80. That's a heavy, because that's another 9. Oh my word, we're getting another heavy. Right, roll for a rat. A grasshopper. That's interesting. I don't know much about the grasshopper. I know it's seen as like a heavy cavalry mech, which is normally considered a bad wastage of tonnage. But if memory serves, people actually do like the grasshopper. Let's go. Is it in this TRO? Did it grasshopper? Here it is here. And what was our? It's before we forget to add it. Let's add it. It's a GHR5H. Is that the basic one? GHR5H, yep, that is the basic one. So starts off with an LRM, a large laser, and 3 medium lasers. That's not bad. Good amount of armor. 70 ton, roll skirmisher. I've forgotten, it's been a while since I've actually used these to play. So I'm trying to remember where the speed is on these sheets. Ah, there. I was like, oh, it's somewhere obvious. There we go. 464. That's not bad. That is not bad at all. And this doesn't have any of the advanced stuff on it, does it? Yeah. So let's, if we come back here, grasshopper. I don't think it's got any quirks. Just rugged. So it's not a command mech or anything. But yeah, that's going to be quite useful as a cavalry mech as part of our battle line or in our command lance. So that's really, really good. Okay, I know people like the grasshopper, and it's in a kind of heavy. It's in a role that people don't normally like heavies for, which is unusual, unless it's a clan heavy, I suppose. But yeah, we're not playing clan stuff. It's too early for that. Roll 4. So that's us down to B. Dice! I'll keep my hands around it so it doesn't fall off the table again. What did we get? We rolled, is that a 6 or a 9? That is a 6, I do believe, because the dot is at the bottom. And so that means we rolled a 3, which is another light mech. Okay, we do need another couple of light mechs for our light lance. That's not too bad. We did that already, didn't we? We did. Roll for rat. A locust! The pilot is given that. I'm not given their chance of survival being that great. Right. Locust what locust is it? A 1V. If we come quickly to our record sheets. Locust, it was 1V, wasn't it? So it's not the basic one. GL, 1M, 1S, 1V. So it's the one with a medium laser and 2 machine guns. Okay. That feels like the default model to me. I know like a lot of people refit it to like 3 medium lasers kind of thing, but so you're not going to get any originality points for that. But I don't think we'll refit it. I think it's not going to survive long enough to be refitted. Right, back to the rats. Pull this back up. Did I add it already? We did add it already. Roll for this. To a 5. Handy dandy. We got a 10, so that's a 5. Okay, now we're starting to get the mediums and stuff. Which is our medium mech. Roll for rat. A blackjack. Oh. Yeah, the luck's going away. We've already got 3 command mechs, so we can't complain too much. So yeah, let's add our blackjack. Am I forgetting some? BJ1, I'm pretty sure that's the standard blackjack with the 2 AC2s and the 4 medium lasers. Same as you start off with in the BattleTech. I think it's Hairbrain Screams BattleTech on the PC. Right, so how many mechs have we got now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need another 5. Right, I think we just rolled another 5. Handy dandy dice is a 2! Oh, now the bad rolls are coming, so it's another light mech. We do need one more light mech. So this is the last light mech, please, game. Last light mech. Last one. No more. We've got a full scout lance. Okay? Roll for rat. A stinger. So a wasp, stinger, locust, phoenix hawk. Yeah. There we go. That's one lance accounted for fully. Definitely. Okay, so what have we got otherwise? So we've got the blackjack, which is a blackjack. I think it's meant to be like a fire support, like sniping, but it's not really good at that, or it's not really good at anything, the blackjack. And then we've got the grasshopper, which is good cavalry. We've got the atlas, which is line breaker, archer, which is a LRM boat. So that's 4. I think that's all the ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I think we need. Let's just bring you up. Yeah, it's just those ones. Right. Roll 3. 1, 2, 3. Dice here. 18. So that's a 9. That's another heavy mech. That's nice. Thunderbolt. We could really use some battle line mechs. Something to hold the line. So I'm hoping for a Thunderbolt. If not, maybe something like a Warhammer would be good for some more sniping firepower. Let's roll, see what we get. A Crusader? Definitely wouldn't be my first pick, but we can work with a Crusader. CRD3R. Is that the basic one? Let's just come to Crusader. Be in the heavy section. Crusader. I don't see Crusader here. It might not be in this TRO. It might not be in this Succession Wars one. You know what? We can just see it later. Did I add it already? Nearly forgot to add it. Boom, there we go, there's a Crusader. It's another, I think, I'm not 100% sure, I think the Crusader's like a hybrid cavalry, like fire sport missile, like boat going in. I'm not 100% sure. I just know I'm not too keen on it. I know it's got a lot of missiles, and it's either hybrid, it might be hybrid, frontline brawler, fire support, kind of the same way the Warhammer is. So it's not wanting to engage in the front line, the brawl early days, but once the battle sort of commenced, it's given the enemies have started to be opened up and broken down, it wants to then engage in the front line. I'm not sure, but it might be a might be cavalry, not front line. I'm not really sure. That's one thing we're gonna have to get used to using the Crusader. Right, let's we need 3 more, I think, don't we? Right, 1. Yeah. F. 1. No! Not another light mech! No! Okay, okay. If we get extremely, and I mean extremely lucky, and I mean extremely lucky, we might roll like something like Curita Salvage, which then means it'll roll on the Curita table, which then means we may get a Panther. If we're extremely lucky, and then we could stick the Panther in with the battle line lance. But oh my, no, this is not gonna be good. We may have to add one of our lighter mechs as a spotter for maybe an arc. We've got a lot of missile boats. Maybe we'll build a missile boat lance. Maybe we'll make the command lance a missile boat, and then we'll add a scout to be a spotter. Bog off fly. So yeah, we need to change this to light. Roll for rat. Another stinger. We already had one, wasn't it? Is it the same model? 3R. Yes, it is. Add the random unit. Yay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We've got 2 more to go. A 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. What type of mech are we getting? A 17. So that is 9. So that's another heavy. We're getting a lot of heavies. Look at that. Look, we've got a lot of lights and a lot of heavies. We are curious. Are we in denial? Are we not a mercenary at all? Are we Curitan? Are we from the Draconis Combine? In denial? Because if you look, like Draconis Combine, they do not like their mediums. They go really heavy into the lights and heavies. They do have some of the best lights though. Like the Panther is a light that's actually quite good in the battle line role. And they have the Jenner, which is a really good light. It's got a lot of firepower. It's sort of like a scout cavalry hybrid. Trying to think about anything else. I know that the whole thing about the Wolfhound was the reason the Wolfhound was really, really liked is because it saved the Steiner. Saved the Steiner faction. What is it Commonwealth? Lyran Commonwealth? Am I getting them muddled up now? The Steiner faction anyway. It saved them an absolute fortune because they had no mechs that were really good counters to stuff like Jenners and Panthers. Then the Wolfhound came along and they were just like, "Mwah, chef's kiss! It's a Panther on steroids!" Yeah. But we're before that date though, so yeah. I'd love to change that stinger to. We added it already, didn't we? Yep. And we got 2 more to go still, I think. So let's roll the. Wait a minute. We had a heavy to add, didn't we? We did. And we didn't do it because I got distracted talking. Warhammers! Nice. Nice. Right, add that unit. Then I think we've got the 1 more to go. Let's do this roll first. 3. And we got an 8. Another 8. We've rolled pretty damn consistently. We have rolled 18, 17, 18, 17. Like, to get heavies. Look at it. There's only a 2 in 10 chance. And we've got more heavies than anything else. So we already did the Seabart, didn't we? Right, so let's roll. We've got an Orion! That is really, really good that we got an Orion. Because one of the things I was just thinking of there than now is we don't have any anti-air capabilities at all, really. The Orion is really good for mercenaries because unlike if we're playing a house, we'd probably want a pure dedicated anti-air mech, like the Rifleman. Or the Jaeger mech. The Jaeger mech is a bad rifleman. But the Orion is a really, really good mech for us to get because it is a really good battle line brawler, but also has has the ability that makes it good at targeting aircraft. So if we're ever on a mission and we start getting attacked by air, we have an option for it. But unlike the Rifleman, is actually good at his job. of being like, well, the rifleman's like a fire support, kind of like the Warhammer, but without the brawling. Afterwards, and then it's not good at that role. It's only really good at taking down aircraft. Whereas the Orion, it's a lot like the Thunderbolt, but it's good, right? If we added it yet, before I forget, let's add it. There we go. Now we need to design our lances. So we can come out of this. We can bring you back up. Right. Personnel. Let's take a look. What's Patsy going to pilot? I think she should pilot the Archer, probably, and the Command Lance. Maybe she was inspired by Jamie Wolfe, a legendary Archer pilot and the leader of the Wolf's Dragoons with their unique Archer variant. So let's come in and see. Let's give... What am I looking for? What am I looking for again? Oh, we can turn GM mode off now. Good. Turn that off before I do something I'm not meant to. Assign to unit as a pilot. Mech. Heavy. You can have the Archer as your mech. Right. Our senior. Assign to unit. Mech. You can have the Atlas as your command mech for our battle line. And you are going to be in charge of the Scout Lance. So you assign to unit as pilot. Mech. Medium. We only got the two mediums. The Phoenix Hawk. Boom. Boom, bada boom, 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 boom. Right. Now. Let's go to skill level. Mech Warrior. Now let's award you. We'll give our bigger, better units to the... So you can have the Orion. Mech Warrior. There's our next Mech Warrior. Assign unit. Pilot, heavy. You can have the Warhammer. I feel like that's the next most important one. Right. Assign to unit. Right. Assign to unit. You can have the Crusader. There's our next Mech Warrior. You know what we could just do by Mech Warrior now? Find the Mech Warriors all at the same place. Oh, it does it. Oh, we could have just done it by Mech Warrior already. Because it does that, right. Yeah, and then the greens can have the light mechs. You can have the Locust. Sorry, you're probably gonna die. You can have the Stinger. You can have that. And where assigned to units? Wasp. There we go. Right, now warehouse. That's not what I wanted. Hangar. Let's do it by weight. Because we're probably going to want assign tech. The better tech's on the bigger machines. Assign tech. Second one. Assign tech. Third one. Assign tech. One. Assign tech. Two. Assign tech. Three. Assign tech. 4. 5. 6. Then these guys can have the green ones. 1. 2. There we go. Done. Done diddly undone, done, done, done. Right. Change name. It's still, I've not still heard back from yous, but we should have the name. We'll just call them the first. The first. And how that change? Force icon. Let's just add. Industry mix. So just a picture of just a mech. I like. So a bit more. Yeah, that'll do. Frames. Logos. Yeah, they're all good and all, but they belong to the, like, different factions, and I don't really feel like thematically we should put, you know, if we work for someone a lot, maybe we'll put their symbol on it. For now, we'll put no logos. Alphanumerics, types, informations, adjustments. Just a basic, like I just want the basic mech. There, battle mech, there we go. Done. Boom. Then change name. Change name to command lines. Change the name to battle lane. And just change it to battle lines. Change name to Scoutlands. Scoutlands. Boom. Right, Scoutlands is obvious what's going to be coming in here. We'll add mech, medium, the Phoenix Hawk, boom, to lead the lands. Oh, also we should add the dropship to this force. It's the first dropship. Right, the Scoutlands, we should then add unit. Let's add one of the Stingers, the Locust, and the Wasp. There we go. Happy days. The command lines is obviously going to have us, Patsy, and the battle lands is going to have our assault mech, the Atlas. Now we also have to worry about the sizes as well, because like see the tonnage here is 105. I think the tonnage limit for a light lance is 140. So if we went above 140 in our scout lance, it'd consider it a medium lance when it's generating opponents for us to fight the bots. To fight us with. So that would obviously be very bad if our scout lance was over 140, because we'd have a little scout lance and we'd be going up against like a full medium, like probably like battle line lance. And also we're going to have to be careful, especially this battle line lance with having an Atlas in it, which is 100 tons on its own already. Look at this. This whole lance is 5 tons more than this one mech on its own. The Atlas, the big boy, the Death Skull. Yeah. So It's alright. So let's see now. Especially how we got lots of. So definitely, I think actually we're going to put the Orion as our only anti-air. So it should be in our command lance to protect our command lance. Then I think our command lance. We do have a couple of. What's our next best? Because we've got the Archer, which is a good missile bombardment boat. So let's see what else have we got here. We could add. I think the Warhammer will be better in the battle line lands because the Orion's going to be going up tanking the hits, and originally the Warhammer is going to be pounding them from afar with its PPCs, but then because the Warhammer is also a hybrid, it does the battle line roll. Once the Orion seems to start wearing down a bit, the Warhammer can jump in and start helping it out in close combat. And the Grasshopper could do that job too, actually. So I'm not sure if the Crusader can. Let's add the Crusader to the command lance. Because we've already got a missile theme going on here. With the Orion has some missiles, I'm pretty sure. The Orion can act like a bodyguard to these two. And then we've got a lot of missiles. And then add unit, make the light, the little scout light. Yeah, the Crusader makes sense because we've got a missile theme going on here. And then this little Stinger can spot. So there's our command lance. It's got some anti-air. It's got a lot of missile firepower. And yeah, 230 tonnage. I think that's a heavy lance. I'm not sure. Maybe a medium actually. I think assault is 380. I think assault lance is 380. Heavy lance might be 300. I don't know. 280. So I think that's still. That may actually even still just count as a medium. Then right, our battle lance. Who should come next in this? The Blackjack should come last. We'll put the Warhammer next. The Grasshopper is a cavalry. Then the Blackjack can fire support. So I think that's not bad actually. I think we came out of that relatively okay. Right. We can shuffle them down. Assign to transport ship. Huh? Transport ship. Say the transport ship. Oh! I know what's going on here because it's trying to transport this too. Yay! I think that's what's going on because I think it was like trying to take, because this is part of it, it tried to include itself in the being transported there. So they're all being transported now by this Union class drop ship. Right. I think that's all the setup done. I think that's our setup done. I think we can now take a look, and we're going to be looking for our missions. We're going to be going on doing our first mission next time, unless because this will be. I've not seen your reaction to any of these parts yet. Maybe you're like, oh, this is terrible. This sucks. Don't do any more. Maybe you're all like, oh, we're loving this. Give me more. So I don't know. Maybe you want me to come in and generate my leaders now before we actually do anything. So we don't actually have to retcon it much. We can go back into GM mode and change our characters over to the ones we generate from these rules here. from the little glances I took at it, it looks like it starts off with like an experience type system. You have like 5,000 experience or something to spend, and then it's like you can design your character from there. One of the other options I've seen is a YouTuber I love, Nerdy Overanalyzed. He did make it designing a character. He used an older book where you had just like a dice roll and you rolled and like random stuff would happen to them, and he went and done it that way. We could take a look into that if you wanted to do that instead of this book. But so that was more of a like you chose your path, then random stuff would happen to like force you down different paths or do stuff differently. And this book's more of a you get to tailor what you want. You've got like a certain amount of points to spend. And like you went to military school, that cost so much points. You had a father that taught you this, that's so many points. So this is more of a design it, fine tune it exactly the way you want, but you've still got a limited amount of resources, so you can't just be a god. And the other one's more of a this is what you want to try and do, and we'll see if you actually manage it. So if you actually are interested in that, let me know. We'll do that maybe next time before we go in and do our first missions and before stuff is retconned. Because technically, at this point, we've not a second's not passed, so we can retcon it without really affecting anything at the moment. So that may be a good time to do it if you wanted to do that, or if you just want us to jump in. If you think I've forgotten her name. If you think Patsy Griffin's perfectly fine, we don't need to generate a character. That's fine, we'll just jump straight in. Hope you have all enjoyed this, and I will probably see you in another one. Unless you all absolutely hate it, but I'm liking it so far. And after all this, I bet you we go into our first battle and I just get absolutely raffle stomped. Hope you have all enjoyed this. I shall see you all next time. Bye-bye.